Hello, this is Chuck Hester, contributing editor for WRAL TechWire. I've got the pleasure of having a conversation today with Robbie Allen, who is a serial entrepreneur based in the Triangle. Latest venture in 2022 was Bionic Health. And Robbie, you've got some pretty cool news today.
Yeah, thanks for making the time, Chuck. And exciting time. Bionic Health has been acquired. We're a little over 3 years into our journey, but the time was right.
Very cool. So talk about Bionic Health, what you guys do, especially with use of generative AI and preventative health. And then let's talk about Thrive and who they are and how this acquisition really helps a lot of folks.
Yep. So when me and my co-founder, Dr. Jared Pello, started in 2022, we wanted to create a new offering that enabled people that were interested in optimizing their health to have an outlet that would enable them to do a lot of the cutting edge testing that had become available that traditional primary care doctors tend to not engage with. That the way primary care's been practiced, has pretty much not changed in a long time. I don't know how long exactly, but and and yet, over the last 5-10 years, there's been a proliferation of new lab tests that can be done, and there's other forms of testing like DEXA scans that can do full body composition scanning, and so you can collect a lot more data now. And yet, most doctors weren't trained on how to collect that data or what to do with that data. And so Jared and I came together because he's a physician, former ER doctor that had drank the Kool-Aid on this as well, and really wanted to help create a new environment where people wanted to get more data about their biology and how their body's performing, that we can enable that and then have them paired up with a physician and health coaches to improve their numbers over time.
Cool. And Thrive's a local Triangle organization as well. But talk about Thrive. What do they do, and who are they?
Yep. So they are part of NDO Holdings, which is a group of companies in the health and wellness space. They have everything from gyms to yoga studios and a variety of other operating businesses under that portfolio. And Thrive, has traditionally focused on GLP-1 and hormone replacement therapies, and they have a nationwide footprint to provide those offerings. And we had been talking to their leadership team almost from the beginning with Bionic, because we felt that especially in sort of the gym and health club world, that was a natural fit for the types of people that were interested in Bionic. And so, over time, we continued to have conversations and before we ultimately decided to join forces.
So obviously a consumer win here, but talk about the consumer. How are they benefiting?
Yeah, so this is all right now in the consumer health space, especially around longevity, which has become a buzzword, and the health optimization space. It's all about distribution. When Jared and I started in 2022, there were only a couple of major companies that were even offering something similar. Bionic came onto the scene. We even offered more in-depth testing and greater access to sort of the cutting edge of longevity medicine and health optimization. And then since then, there's been a proliferation of companies enter the space. Everybody from Function Health and a variety of others. And oftentimes those are driven via influencers, or they've had some sort of big name associated with those companies to kind of help with the distribution. And so for us, we wanted to pair up with a group that we thought could help on that side, and that's what Thrive brings to the table.
Very cool. So moving forward, Dr. Jared Pello, the co-founder, will be the CEO of Thrive. Is that correct?
That's right. So when Jared and I got started, it was always kind of a luxury to have both of us who were both former founders of companies. This was my third exit as an entrepreneur. Jared's had an exit before as well. and you know, him and I both running the company was a bit of a luxury as it relates to, you know, having two people like that. And then when we you know, started to have conversations with Thrive, it made sense that, you know, Thrive obviously can handle the operational aspects and kind of taking the company to the next stage. Uh, Jared's a required piece of the puzzle because he's the physician that's kind of leading the way and coming up with all the medical protocols and really kind of charting the vision for the company on the medical side. And so you really can't, you need that if you're going to have a medical practice. And so it just made a lot of sense for Jared to take the reins.
I mean, obvious question. What's next for Robbie Allen?
Well, you know, been out just talking to a lot of my CEO friends and companies that you know, I've had experience with in the past. You know, not maybe too surprisingly, you know, a lot of them have expressed that AI is kind of front and center for them, trying to figure out what to do. And so I've started an AI consultancy helping a number of you know, mid-market and large companies plot an AI strategy. You know, we've even done some workshops to help with kind of upskilling the workforce. You know, serving as sort of fractional chief AI officer type of capacity. And so, you know, I'll continue to do that and, you know, see where that goes, you know, in the coming years.
Congratulations, Robbie. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you in the future as well.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.